Good morning, or good day, or good evening. It depends the time you watch the show. I'm sure you're wondering what happened on Saturday. I was really, really down with flu, but I cannot prolong it further. Whether flu or not, we need to continue. Very important. Pete, welcome to the.
Thanks, Saubrey. I've lost your volume there. Just check if you have maybe muted it. You've muted, Saubrey. Good morning to the viewers anyway. I think you've unmuted now, so you should be able to hear and
Yeah,
talk now.
no. I can hear you perfectly well. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sure the viewers hear you. So you
Yes, it did.
proceed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Good morning to everybody on the show. Good morning to yourself, Saubrey. I hope you're feeling better.
Well, I'm trying, but we cannot cry all the time. We need to move on. Life goes on,
Sure.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Look, this is Tuesday morning, 22nd, and then we know that there is a lot happening. Banyana Banyana, they are in the semi-final, and guess what? They are playing their nemesis. That's Nigeria. And guess what? Nigeria have beaten us 15 times. We managed to beat them only 4 times. All right? So the last game we played, we beat them. So we need to beat them. But nevertheless, Banyana Banyana, they've done well. That's the one. And also, there is a Euro Women's Cup that we also have to talk about. There are games coming, and then you'll tell us more about that. And then
Also
luckily,
semi-finals.
also semi-finals. Luckily, I managed to get what you call the. I managed to get. I managed to get the what you call the fixture for Orlando Pirates. And as I always say, if I get the fixture of any team, then I'll share it. The fixture of Orlando Pirates, I think it's about six first games when the league reopens. Then I'll be sharing that with you. If you're a Buccaneer, let's look forward to that. But here's something that I want us to discuss. Brian Baloi, a former Kaizer Chiefs player, a stalwart with Kaizer Chiefs. Brian Baloi said there is no conspiracy against the Chiefs. If they are their own enemy, he says they don't have good negotiators. So until they sort out that department, he said there's no conspiracy. There's no one who's against Chiefs. And then he's citing the fact that they've lost Apollos, and Apollos was willing to join them. And then he says it boils down to negotiations. I don't know whether Brian Baloi is correct or not, but Brian is closer to what is happening there. And then he has been playing for Chiefs. He has played for Mamelodi Sundowns, who are doing well as far as that department is concerned. Although I haven't heard much, Sundowns, how many players have they secured? So, yeah. So let's hear what's your take. Does Brian Balo has a point? Now, Pete,
Yes, but
if I may ask you, do you think these things had to do with negotiators at the end of
well, I
it?
think it has a factor for sure.
Mm,
And I think if you start talking about negotiations, we're
mm,
talking about negotiations with players coming into the club. Are we
mm,
talking about negotiation with players within the club?
mm,
Which
mm.
which 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 focus are we looking at? Yeah.
Well, it could be both. Those who are in the club and
I
those
think
who are
it, I
supposed to.
think the one that would be my view because I think you start to look at. I mean, if you look at Seleng, the story with Seleng now with Pirates,
Yeah.
and I believe I hear that Moffat King's thinking of going to Europe as well. So
Yeah.
I think if you look at these internal factors that come to show, I
Mm,
think it has a bearing on how the team actually would work going forward with negotiations and new players that they want to bring into the club. So, but it's a very speculative
nice one.
subject, that and speculative. We don't really know, but if somebody like Brian Baloi says that, then he knows, because like you say, he was within the club. So it's not like me and you looking from the outside.
Yeah, no, Brian must be knowing, because I think even with him, when he left Chiefs to Sundowns, maybe he has that experience. How did things unfold? And then there's
comparative. Comparative, going from one club to another.
Yeah. Remember when Brian left Chiefs? He was a big element with Chiefs. And for him to go to Mamelodi Sundowns, it was like a groundbreaking. Okay, so maybe he knows, he saw what happened, and then with Orlando Pirates, we are being told, this is what Brian was saying, to say, look, with Pirates during the time of the late Screamer Chabalala, people knew that Screamer would close the deal, but now Screamer is gone now. And we've seen Pirates closing deals left, right, and center. And then with Mufokeng, we are hearing the rumors that he may go to Saudi. There's a lot of money there. And then another player already has gone there now. What's her name? Nkota. And then they've made money as Orlando Pirates. So we'll watch the space.
I heard the rumor that Mufokeng was looking at a Portuguese club.
Well, with Mufokeng, we don't know what's happening. We hear so many things. And then the unfortunate part, we don't get the news from Orlando Pirates. Well, I don't know, it's a good one or bad one. It's a bad thing or a good one. With Saleng, we know, I've seen a little bit of Saleng saying he's more happier because the team that he's playing for is the amateur. It was the amateur team that he was playing for before he joined Orlando Pirates. So he sounds very happy that at least I'm going back home. It seems as if he was not interested at Pirates anymore. So yeah. So
isn't it that story that he's now a big fish in a small pond, as opposed to being a small fish in a big pond? He will stand out there. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. We all know he's a good player, but he's going to get regular team performance there. He's maybe got a thing to prove there. Eh? He's got a thing to prove, because that's going to be interesting to see how Orbit actually perform in this league now.
We'll watch the space very closely, but we still have to be proven. But I saw that Chiefs have bought a player called Flavio. Everybody's talking about him.
Yes.
And then, but very interesting. They've lost almost all their games except one, if I'm not mistaken.
The last one they won, yeah?
Yeah.
They won the last game.
Yeah. And then when you look at Pirates, I think Pirates have won about 2, if I'm not mistaken. So we are not sure. Some are saying you don't have to look at the friendlies. They don't mean much. But do you really agree that they don't mean much, friendlies?
Well, if you look at team preparation, you don't want to start the mentality of the team on a losing note. Eh? Even if it's a friendly, from the team psyche perspective, they want to be on a winning note. And as I say, Pirates, and maybe we got our wires a little bit crossed there. Pirates won their last game.
Yes.
So they finished. So I think, well, there's a lot of pressure on this new coach of theirs now, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
But at least he's finished the tour with a win.
Yeah, with a win. Yeah, at least that's encouraging.
And if you listen to the pundits and and read their articles and things like that, they're saying that maybe his techniques that he brings to the club have started to show a little bit there. But it's a different league now. The PSL versus playing, friendlies outside the country. So we will watch with interest on that one. That's for sure.
My understanding, there's no friendly anymore. The
No, it's
understanding,
finished now, I think.
once you play, no, I'm saying
Oh,
the
yeah. You mean that
seriousness,
actually no such thing as a friendly, yeah?
the
Yeah, no, sure.
seriousness. There's nothing like friendly anymore. These teams are being sponsored by huge companies, and companies don't want to associate with the loser. There's too much pressure. So even if you are not a regular player, you are not a fringe player, you are a professional player. They bought you.
That's right. Yeah.
Having seen something must come to the party. So that's how I see it. You can ask
100%.
any team, your Barcelona, what. Those games matters a lot. And when it comes to these negotiations, we know that I don't know at Barcelona who does it, Deco or the old man Elami used to be the one who's closing the deals. So maybe that becomes a profession on its own now. That you need to get somebody who's experienced, who knows how to close the deal. So that once you target a player, you get it. Look, Barcelona with all these problems of finance, building a stadium, but they managed to secure Rashford on loan. You see, so that on its own is big, and they keep on signing big names, and then so now you ask yourself, what is it that they're doing right? And then should Kaizer Chiefs take some of their scouts or negotiators to go and sit down with people like at Barcelona and say, how do you do it? How do you go up to the finishing line?
I think, I think also as a factor is that if you're a top team like Barcelona is, then it's easier to attract those players that you want. So the negotiation skills are, I'm not saying they're not important, but they may be a lesser of importance than the team's profile, if you like, that the players are going to play for. Because everybody wants to play for a top team. Yeah. But when you're somebody like a newly promoted Orbit or something like that, how do you get top players to your club and entice them to come there? In order for you to be able to compete in that new league, I think it's very difficult for newly promoted clubs to be able to sign new players. So the negotiating skills there to get those players there. What is the negotiation? What's the tool? Is it money? Is it the prospects of playing and having a chance to to get game time for some of those players? I mean, we talked about Seleng. Seleng's playing now for a relatively new. Well, it's a new club in the PSL now. How is it? Is he chosen that team, or was he talked into that team by the negotiators then to say, well, look, you're going to get lots of game time, you're going to be able to shine, you're going to be able to advance your career. So there's a lot of factors, I think, that come to play there.
But Chiefs, everybody wants Chiefs. For instance, Apollos really said it himself that he wanted to go to Chiefs. How did they miss that one? Still, it baffles me. I'm still not. I still don't understand how did they miss that. Were they sabotaged, or what? Brian Baloi is saying that they don't have good negotiators comes to bear. Maybe that could be the reason. Pete, let's move on. Banyana Banyana, they did well. They won their game, and now they are going to the semi-final. It's playing this afternoon. The semi-final is playing this afternoon, and then
what's the time there of that game?
It's 5 o'clock. 17 hours, which is 5 o'clock, and then at 8 it's Morocco versus Ghana. The Nigeria and South Africa is a final before the final.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The final before the final. So it's going to be very interesting. And then later on is Morocco and Ghana. Remember, Banyana Banyana, they are the defending champions, okay? And then if they go all the way and win, that would have been a great achievement for SAFA, Banyana Banyana technical staff, and then no matter what you say, Danny Jordan will hold his head high because they would have won this under his tutelage, under his leadership. So no matter how you argue it from whichever angle, at the end of the day, we want you to win. If you win, what else do you want? Your job was to win. You get my point? To the coaches,
Yeah.
staff, management, and so on. Yeah. So we'll watch this. What do you think?
Just a point there. Just a point there, though. I mean, if you look at the countries that are featured there,
Yeah.
there's no surprises for me there. They're all pretty much giants in their own respective countries. I mean, Ghana in the 2010 World Cup did actually quite nicely, Morocco. Those are good countries when it comes to football.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
So they have that culture. Yeah.
Nigeria is a powerhouse. It's a powerhouse.
Oh
But
yeah, no, they're always there.
We need to commend these guys because remember, women's football is not so popular, and to get the players to play, it's unlike a men's football. Everybody plays football. It's an easy one. Do you understand?
But I
So
think
yeah,
it's changing though, Saubrey. I think that's actually changing. I would probably be one of the first ones a couple of years ago to say, women's football, I'm not so sure if I'm really that interested in it. But I've been watching the Euros, the women's Euros. And it's quite exciting stuff, eh? These women can play a little bit now, huh? So I think it's good that the profile of women's football is definitely increasing. Again, what are the crowds? The crowds, what are they packing into the stadiums now? That's an indication of how the popularity is increasing. Plus the TV rights, etc., etc. We've had this conversation before about the Club World Cup. We talked about whether that's got the right profile or not. So anyway, so for the viewers there, we have semi-finals also tonight. In the women's Euros finals, it's England versus Italy, and on tomorrow night, also 9 o'clock in the evening, by the way. So time-wise, it's a bit of an issue. But tomorrow, the other semi-final is Germany versus Spain. Germany versus Spain. Yeah. So again, just look at that. Just look at the teams, the countries that they come from: Italy, England, Spain, Germany. Huge football nations, basically, whether it's men or females. Football. It's there's that culture of football within the country, and I think we've got that here as well, and I think that's why you're seeing Banyana Banyana doing well.
No, we'll watch the space. Pete, here are the fixtures for Orlando Pirates, the next few games when the league starts. As you can see, on the 2nd of August, they'll be playing, I think it's Rise and Shine, Kulugwana City. And then again on the 9th of August. Okay. So that's the games. I don't know what's your take.
I thought the Premier League kicked off on the 9th of August. So that's a surprise to me to see the 2nd of the 8th, that game there. But yeah, what's the take? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's a potentially good start for Pirates if I look at the teams that they're playing there. But there's no easy games. That's one thing you'll find in football. The minute you go into a game thinking this is an easy game, that's when you get caught out.
And these are 6 games. After the 6 games, they would have now gel into the groove. They would be knowing now where are they heading to. By after the sixth game, we'll be knowing whether their buys were correct or not. So yeah, it's
yeah,
gonna be,
100%. Starters, you mean to go on, eh?
Yeah. Let me apologize on that because my phone keeps on ringing.
That's mine too. Sorry.
No, it's
that
fine.
was actually mine.
No, mine was ringing. Yeah.
Huh.
So unfortunately, it's just here next to me. So I think it's disturbing a little bit. Pete, so those are some of the interesting stuff that we know as far as that. Let me also check with you again that let me go on the books so that people remember. We always encourage people to educate themselves financially. That's very important because especially there is a guy that I follow. He's an economist from America. He was saying when things are tough, says things are going to go bad, and well, I can see that bubble is coming. It's really coming, very strong. And the wars, they don't make things easier, they make things worse. And yes, you may say whatever you say. If American collapse, everybody will catch his flu. I don't know whether this is the time whereby the era has come, whereby the era has come whereby the era of the old American empire collapses, and then we're gonna see the new empire. So we'll watch the space. Now, here is one of the books that I wrote. It's called Secret for Becoming Rich. This is the second edition. There's also the first edition. You can get it for yourself if you want to learn more how things are happening. So there's also another one by Dr. Darlene Small. It's called How to Win the Wealth Game. It's the art of money. So it's all about understanding how it works. Otherwise, if you fail to understand those intricacies, it's going to be very difficult to move on. And then Nom Summers Bugo has a book called Entrepreneur Awakening, with his experience in the hospitality space. As I always say, she's got about more than 100 rooms, because in hospitality it's about the number of rooms. It's not about the number of institutions, the number of rooms. She's got plus minus more than 100 rooms in her building.
And it's about filling those rooms, eh?
Yeah.
It's about keeping the occupancy up there.
Exactly. And then, but he's in a nice space. He's that side of Gusile, which is next to the coal mines. And then
there's always contractors and everybody going that way.
Yeah. And then he also has what you call other businesses around Gusile as a consultant for various things. The other one is this: how I turn 500 into R1 million business. You can do the same. This one, you can also get it as a what you call ebook on Amazon. All right. So those are some of the books. Now, Pete, when is the league starting in England? Do you know? Do you have
August?
Do you know the first game for Man City?
I do not at this stage. I'm sure it's out though. There, I'm sure it's. The fixtures will be out. I haven't looked at them yet.
Yeah, because
it's normally about the second week in August.
Yeah. Okay. And then in terms of the signings, what's happening at Man City?
Cool. They've had a few signings, yeah. I can tell you about one rumor, and as we know, rumors are not concrete until they are concrete, as they say. But I hear Cole Palmer could be looking at coming back to Man City.
That would be a big one.
I don't know how true that is, but I did see something on the internet.
How much are they going to spend to get him back?
Oh, they're going to spend. they're going to spend.
Moreover, that he has already won what you call the Club World Cup.
Club World Cup, and remember they won the Conference Cup as well, the UEFA Conference Cup. So
yeah,
Chelsea finished the season strong, eh? And I don't think they'll be wanting to let Cole Palmer go. Not easily, that's for sure. So if Man City are going to get that right, maybe we're coming back to that old negotiation story that we started with there. I think you know we're gonna pay a lot of money.
Negotiations, as we said.
Yeah.
Right, Pete.
It's a very important skill. It's a very important skill. Very important skill.
Now, I think it's a
whether
new
it's in
phenomenon.
business.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a new phenomenon now. You know what? I'm sure teams are going to groom people in that field to say who can take it to the finishing line. You know, during the transfer, especially on the last day, it becomes chaos. It becomes chaos. So
Sure.
you need somebody who can conclude the deal quickly.
Get it over the line, as you said.
But like you said, it's all about also the brand itself. How strong is the brand? No one refuses Real Madrid. If Real Madrid comes knocking at the door, you know, you think Mbappe, look, he finally went there. And Barcelona, those are teams. There's no one who refuses going to those teams. Your Man City, I think Guardiola is a main attraction. Everybody wants to be played under Pep Guardiola. Moreover, that he was the one who mentored Lionel Messi. Although he argues that no, I don't coach him. In fact, he was teaching me. But the mere fact that he was associated with him, and that on its own, it's a big thing, right? So those are some of the things that are happening in our football. And then before I leave, let me check. I just want to share this thing with you quickly. My Messi special, as usual. These are men of the matches. You know, there's no comparison between these two people. Messi is at 333 men of the matches. Ronaldo at 168. You see, for me, man of the match is the.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
Pete?
But is there is that 333 is over how many games does it say?
No, I think throughout his career now.
Oh, is it career?
Yeah,
Okay.
throughout his career now, if I'm not mistaken. And then and Ronaldo is at 168. It's not easy to be man of the match, eh? I mean, because you beat about other 21 guys you are playing with. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I remember when Neymar wanted to leave to join PSG. Thierry Henry said, "Why are you going? You cannot escape Messi. He's gonna dominate you even if you're there." and I'm sure Neymar has come to realize that now you can't escape this guy. He'll dominate you wherever you are. You know what he's doing in America now has shocked everybody. To say this guy, you know, I mean, he's playing with no names, but you know what? He has made them stars, you know? So, yeah. Pete, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And then I wish you good luck for the day. We'll talk again on Saturday. And please, guys, continue to subscribe and comment and like, and then so that we grow. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Beat the viewers
5 years. 5 years. We'll see you on the next round.
Okay, Pete. Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks for the
Saubrey.
time. Cheers.
Get well
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's it. That was the show for today. And we thank you so
Yes.
much. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025. And then you're asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years. And then now you're contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive. You're worried about your pension and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties, because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the BigR Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the bigger financial services and authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.